Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Asia All-Stars here. If you're just joining us, I'm Achilles. This is Wolf. He's on that side, I think? Yeah, he's on that side. Okay, I had to check my camera just to make sure. But we just got our Winston skill challenge out of the way, and now it's time to jump in for Genji. But we also were able to announce our first set of role stars.
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, the two big role stars that I'm the most excited about for the season, I just tweeted them out. Krong, incredible 2020 season, especially on the Sigma. We have to recognize how precise he was, how insanely gifted of a Sigma player he was during those times this year. And, you know, obviously on the other side of things, Fearless's redemption story continues. He gets role star. Yep. So those are the two that were like the big ones for me. Very excited.
I mean, all of them fairly well deserved, but here we go. Let's jump straight into our Genji skill challenge. This is again going to be a 1v1 single elimination. Semifinals are first to 3, final is first to 5, so we'll be changing it up just a little bit. This is going to operate a little bit like a Widow 1v1, but just in case these guys are unable to kill each other, we will have a point capture unlock 45 seconds into the round. That will force them to get down and dirty and play very close up against each other. So we'll see who is going to be able to come out on top of this one. We have Jinmu, Prophet, Haksal, and Sparkle all taking part.
Yeah, it should be in a really exciting one. Jinmu versus Prophet to start things off, and then Haksal will face off against Sparkle. Of these two matchups, like Haksal versus Sparkle is my favorite because it's like the best Genji of the old era versus the best new Genji in terms of, you know, the best Genji players in the world from Korea. So we'll see if Haksal could actually stand up to Sparkle here, you know, see if he's too old, too rusty. I don't think so. I think it's going to be close. I think this is going to be, just by the nature of the game mode, way closer than what we just saw with the Winston skill challenge.
Yeah. Well, obviously those guys have been squaring off against each other for years, you know, both playing in Contenders Korea before joining the Overwatch League. So they're going to be very familiar, I think, with each other's play styles. They've watched the tapes, but we do have Jinmu versus Prophet to begin. Chengdu versus Seoul. We'll see who can come out on top of this one. This time we do not have any Hangzhou representation, so maybe Seoul can actually pick up a victory here. We'll find out as we jump in for the first round. Again, this is a first to 3.
Yep, they're all going to be played on Castillo, and after 45 seconds, a point will unlock. So you have the ability to capture that if your opponent's kind of camping or running away, because there's no way to heal. So someone, you know, might just run away, but you can just force them to come to you by using the capture point.
See, the blade is out, however, for Jinmu. Does manage to get on top of Prophet before he can draw out his own blade, so he will be able to draw first blood.
His reaction, this looks like he's a little bit shocked as Jinmu looks like he's like, just give me the finals already. I'm way better than you, Prophet.
It's another day of the office for Jinmu.
Yeah.
But we'll go ahead.
You'll notice also both Genjis have 400 health, and they have increased ult charge rates, so that's how they're able to get Dragon Blades that quickly. Spamming those left clicks.
Looking out against each other.
There you go.
That's a dash through. Prophet this time. He's got the blade out first. Jinmu going to be matching. Does fall low. One more swipe could finish it for either side. Deflection going to be burned. Jinmu looking for the hit. Right click spam coming out from Prophet. Just going to be softening up that enemy Genji yet again. Dashes through, gets another blade online, cuts him down, and we're going to have a tied up set 1-1 as Prophet strikes back. And you can see he's just having a whale of a time right now.
The phase, the Dragon Blade building phase, where you're just like spamming right clicks and left clicks to get a blade, seems to be actually really important, because if you get the blade first, you get to execute the first Dragon Blade, and with the dash combos and everything, that might actually just be enough to kill someone. Look at 66% for the dash combo at max range.
Uh-oh. Well, that was a very fast one, as Jinmu just manages to dash through, get that right click, gets a blade up, and Prophet, I just can't believe it. This is the most animated that I've seen Prophet in a long time.
Yeah. Well, if you get
normally he's pretty just, you know, stone faced.
If you get that
sitting there.
like max range melee combo off, then you get like 66%. It looks like, if I saw that correctly. You just get a blade so fast, and if you press the blade first, you're probably just gonna win.
Uh-oh. Prophet's got it. Pushes up into the air. Deflection used. Jinmu trying to outlast it. Dashes away. but still has just such low HP, still doesn't have that blade up. He's pushing down into Prophet's face to try to finish that one off, but it's not going to happen. Prophet will yet again come up with a victory, and we are down to the wire here, getting closer and closer to seeing who's going to be able to take
that. That was actually pretty impressive, too, you know, to see him run away actually there, Prophet, so he wouldn't be finished off by Jinmu's ensuing blade. He just kind of kept chipping away. And I think Prophet's kind of like realizing this is quite a strong strategy. He's just going to stay away, build a blade, and then try to engage with the dash. Kind of reset it. There it is.
Oh,
yep.
Pushing in, and oh my, he just deleted him. Prophet. He gets on top of him, takes it down. You can see him leaning back in his chair, celebrating a bit, feeling pretty good about it, whereas Jinmu still very much emotionless as far as how he feels.
You know, I think the way that Prophet's playing it, just from like, I love doing these 1v1s because I know everyone wants to have fun too, and I'm having fun. I had a lot of fun that instant match, but I'm like trying to figure out like what's the best way. Like, is there a best way based on like the ult regeneration, or not regeneration, but ult build rate? And I think like what Prophet's doing, we're just a poke until you have enough ult charge to where you can dash into blade to like reset that, and then just blade first and use that extra dash damage to get like a one swipe kill is the best way. I think that's so far what we've seen. I think that's the best way.
I think we need more data. I think we need to watch this next round that'll be coming up here in a minute and see how that one plays out. But a very strong start for Prophet, who's able to take the victory over Jinmu. But now we get ready to go in. You're already hyping this one up. Haksal versus Sparkle.
This is so sick. This one is
so,
gonna be...
yeah, I'm excited to see how this one is going to develop. But I mean, it's already interesting. I like how we added a timer because we weren't sure if people were going to die in 45 seconds, and every round only lasts like 10 seconds.
Well,
we haven't even gotten close to the control point opening up because these guys are just bloodthirsty.
It was probably in testing. They probably found that like one Genji player might just try to like win by long range and like just run away and try to snipe and like win just like by that slow chip war. So I guess that's probably why it was added. Same reason why, you know, in Widowmaker 1v1s that sort of thing is a thing that happens. But let's talk about this matchup. This is the more exciting of the two matchups in my opinion, just because of the history between these two players. You mentioned that they played you know, in the same seasons of Contenders against each other. Usually though, not on Genji against each other because of how the meta played out during Contenders. But
yeah,
Sparkle,
Doomfist though.
Yeah, Doomfist. That there was a little bit of that. Sparkle very much more famous for his out of Dragon Blade play, assassinations, killing the backline, whereas Haksal is a Genji player who's known for farming Dragon Blade with pockets coming through and having insane Dragon Blades. Like, he's the Dragon Blade fight Genji. Sparkle's the guy who will just assassinate people and kill people. His Dragon Blades are great as well, like, don't get me wrong. But, like, you know, there was a very different style of play between these two. Sparkle's style of play is very similar to Who Are You's, actually, if you look back to, like, APAC Season 2, if you're talking about Genji versus Genji. So, you know, looking at Sparkle for the season, here's his kind of stat lineup. I don't know how you feel. I feel like Sparkle didn't live up to the hype that I was trying to push for him for the season. I thought he did. I thought he had a pretty good season, but he didn't dominate. And I think part of that's due to the meta and some other things. You know, obviously he's not playing on a full Korean roster, something that I think might have limited his potential. But he had a good season. Did he live up to the hype that I think I was trying to sell people? I don't know, but he had a good season.
I mean, as far as, you know, having an impact, he certainly did. I mean, you know, his death's not going to be the finest stat that he has. He's in 10th place, so very middle of the pack out of the 20 players that we have sampled here for the stats package. But, you know, leads in damage, leads in final blows, leads in Dragon Blade kills. So when he does get those blades up, he's pumping out damage. He's taking names left and right. But I can agree. I think it was a little bit sloppier than we might have anticipated.
Yeah.
He was known for a lot cleaner play in Contenders, but that being said, still was a wonderful breath of fresh air for the Paris Eternal when he was.
Oh yeah, I mean, Paris Eternal really did get a lot of value out of the Ela Mystic players they brought over, and the coaching staff as well. So I think that if he stays with the team next year, that there's a lot of really big potential to grow. That roster can really explode. I think there's some growing pains. Like, I was concerned about that when we were going into the season as well. Like, I made a pretty controversial tweet about it. Everyone's like, wow, he's saying, like, Sparkle will just not be good because it's not a full Korean roster. I'm like, no, but I think there's obviously inherent challenges that come with that. Historically, there's historical precedent for that in the Overwatch League as well. But yeah, I wanted to be the first one to be like, I hyped this guy up probably more than anybody, and he didn't do as well as even though I was a little bit concerned about his mixed roster or whatever, he didn't even do as well as I thought, so I'll own it. You know, Sparkle's a very good player on Element Mystic, in a dominant era for Element Mystic. In Korea, obviously, he looked really good. But on the Paris Eternal, I think there's still some things that need to be ironed out. But yeah, I like the history between these two in terms of best old Genji versus best new Genji. In a lot of ways, a lot of people make that comparison. So I'm excited to see how this one turns out. This one would have been the best finals, I think, but they hit each other in the first round.
That's true. Sometimes it just happens. You get put on the same side of the bracket. You just have to end up squaring off against each other and don't get that opportunity to clash in the final, as this is single elimination. But it's time to see who will be victorious, the veteran or the young prodigy. With Haksal versus Sparkle, the moment that we have been waiting for this one, at least. You know, there's obviously a lot of other moments that we're waiting for, like the Ana challenge and the talent takedown and all that kind of stuff. But here we go.
Here we go.
In round number 1 in a first to 3.
Notice already Haksal is doing the farm, the Dragon Blade at a distance strat. Sparkle gets it first.
Well, Sparkle, yeah, has the blade pretty far ahead of Haksal. Uses the deflection, but he's just got no HP. How could he possibly make this up? Uses the blade just to dash out to safety. Is going to have to try to right and left click his way to success, but will not be allowed to do so. Sparkle finds the kill and finds round number 1.
Yeah, it's really hard.
You see, he just looks enthralled right now. This is a live video.
Yep. Exactly. No, but it's really hard when you get down like that in health in this challenge, because Castile doesn't give you a lot of space to escape, and if you do try to run away and hide and try to chip away, then the control point's going to open. That was like maybe 15 seconds away from opening at that moment.
Ooh, again, blades coming out. Haksal matching. Sparkle looking for the kill. And it's going to be one final swipe, and he's able to do it. Haksal getting close, but just can't quite do it. Now, Sparkle might just 3-0 sweep him.
Yeah, I mean, there's a chance of that. I think Haksal, he's not... I don't know, he's not using dashes as aggressively to build those first blades, because he's trying to go for more chips. See how aggressive Sparkle is with that dash, but he gets the blade second this time.
Yeah, does manage to build that up. Sparkle gets a really nice swipe through. One right click could end it all, and Haksal will not be 3-0'd. He does manage to strike back. Now the question is, can he reverse sweep, win 2 more in a row, to be able to advance into the final versus Prophet?
Yeah, that's the big question. That was actually huge to get the blade first. You could see the huge difference made when Haksal actually finally had the chance to draw the blade first, and Sparkle had to play reactionary. Only so much you can do with deflect.
Oh, blade online for Sparkle. Haksal has it. They both draw it out same time. Both take a swing. Haksal falling low, though, and that will just be it. Cannot pull off the reverse sweep, cannot take this to a final round. It will just be Sparkle winning 3-1 to advance against Prophet.
Yeah, this one felt like a little bit more one-sided than the last one, just in terms of...
Than we would have anticipated.
I mean, it just felt like Sparkle just knew how to play the like skill challenge, like the map, the mod, whatever you want to call it, better. And Haksal wasn't ready for it, so that one was a little bit disappointing. I mean, if we look at the replays here, I mean, you could see some cool deflect stuff going on here, but it felt like Haksal was always behind, minus the one time he got blade first, which is the round that he won. Otherwise, Sparkle just kind of dominated, got big swipes off early, and then he always had a health advantage when it mattered there. And he didn't even always need to like just walk away and chip away the last part of Haksal. He often just killed him like this with the blade itself. You know, he didn't even have to like play safe, because he was always just like one swipe ahead or more.
He was. But that does mean that we have Sparkle getting ready to go up against Prophet. And you know, I'll have to ask you again, who do you have taking this one, Wolf? I mean, Sparkle looking pretty dominant.
It's interesting because based on what I've seen so far, right, I'm not a Genji skill challenge hyper expert yet. I am also the only one who's ever commentated this matchup along with you. You and I are the only people who've ever done it. So we are, in that sense, the most experts at this.
I suppose so.
But I think
my take is we have a really big clash of styles here, right? Because Prophet was playing kind of chip style, and then looking for the dash in right when he hits 100, like the dash to get the 100 of the ult, like the full cycle then, and then instantly Dragon Blade as the dash hits, as the dash combo hits. Whereas Sparkle is playing very aggressively and almost dashing on cooldown early and trying to just do as much damage as he can with left and right clicks. So as we do go into the Prophet versus Sparkle, I think the big difference will be, like, can Sparkle actually hit those dashes against Prophet and get the blade first like he did against Haksal, or is Prophet just going to kind of avoid him and chip away and then blade do that sort of blade combo? So it's actually feels like two different styles of Genji 1v1 here. So that's kind of cool.
All right. Well, we'll see which one is going to be able to persevere, come out on top, and be our champion. Of course, this is going to be, what, first to 5, I think now? We're extending it?
Yeah, I believe
for
so.
this final.
First to 5.
So a lot more to play around, get to feel out how the opponent is playing and then try to alter your playstyle from there. Or maybe they're just going to both run at each other and see what the hell happens. I don't really mind. Either way, it's going to be entertaining. And we'll see who is going to be the champion of our Genji Skills Challenge. And walk away with a little bit of prize, a little bit of some pride as well. And know that they are the most dominant Genji in APAC out of 4 Genjis that we pulled in for this.
Yes. That's correct. That's exactly what they will know.
Also worth noting that this is actually a live play test for the upcoming Genji changes. So everything that you're seeing right now is going to be going on the live. So Genji's going to be getting moved up to 400 HP, and he's going to have this kind of ult build time. So good luck.
Yeah. So like if he just does a one clip of shurikens onto a Roadhog's head, like that's it. He's got a blade. Watch out. Yep.
So I hope you guys have fun in your ranked games. And of course, I am joking, just in case anybody remotely thought that I was telling the truth, because that would be ridiculous.
I'm sure somebody
I think
did.
that our balance team is a lot better than thinking that 400 HP Genji is a good idea, let alone increasing his ult build time. That would just be catastrophically awful.
Yeah, I mean, to this extent, yeah. I don't know. I didn't know. I mean, I knew we were playing on Castillo, and I knew that we were, there's a capture point. I knew like the rules. I didn't know the ult build time and stuff, because I was wondering about that. I was like, do people just like one shot people with like the dash combo? And I thought that would be how this is played, but I actually like that. Obviously, when they probably did testing it when they were building this, they probably were like, well, that's stupid. Let's give them 400 health so that doesn't happen. But yeah, it's interesting to see how this plays out, because as we go into this game now, I really do feel like the stylistic differences between these two players are interesting in terms of what we've seen in this mini tournament here. But I don't know which one's better yet. I feel like Haksal was kind of in between two of them, and that ended up being bad. Like, he didn't go completely one way or the other. So let's see. It looks like the map's loading up. Might be time.
That it is. Prophet just getting ready. Looks like might be warming up a little bit, but here we go. Let's see who is able to take this. So first to 5 on the line. Prophet in white, Sparkle in blue.
Hello.
Have their respective colors. As they are just meeting in the center. Haven't begun yet.
Greetings.
Capture area unlocking in 25 seconds. It seems like perhaps there was some kind of agreement set, and here we go. They wait, and now they begin. They dash through each other. Slight little lead here for Prophet. Does have the Dragon Blade. Sparkle going to be matching, but already takes one swipe. Answers back in kind. Both going to be at very similar HP levels, but Sparkle manages to weave in 2 more to take him down, drawing first blood in our final. And you can see Prophet is still very much just having so much fun with this.
Yeah, he is. A little bit of an extra jump there, I think, for Sparkle. I think that's the reason why Prophet's last swipe didn't connect. I don't know, I'm trying to do analysis of a Genji 1v1 skill challenge, but...
Sometimes you just have to throw that out the window.
Yeah, well,
but
Blade here first for Sparkle. That looks
Prophet
like a
just
GG.
now getting his, but... Oh, man, yeah, Sparkle just shutting him down. Did fall to 88 HP at the end, so Prophet got a little bit more damage in than I kind of thought he was going to be able to get, but still just doesn't quite work out. So already a very strong starting lead for Sparkle. 3 more to go, and he will be our Genji Skills champion.
Yeah, he's hitting these dashes, and he's going to hit another one here, it looks like. He's going to look at the melees.
Oh, boy.
Coming through, and now he's got a blade.
Prophet's right there with him, but can he do anything with the blade? Deflection going to be used. Sparkle dashes through with the final swipe to go ahead and get that kill. Dangerously close yet again, but 3-0 start.
I mean,
2 more, and Sparkle will just take this away.
Yeah, we saw Prophet fall, early in his match as well against Jinmu and kind of brought it back. So, I mean, anything is possible here. So, Sparkle, I mean, this is not looking good.
It's a rough start. It's a rough start. He gets the mini pack. Prophet burns a deflection, has his blade up, but can he turn it around? 30 HP, should just be able to do it, and he is finally on the board. Prophet going to go ahead and make this a 3-1. Sparkle still leading, but Prophet not going down without a fight.
I feel like Sparkle's facial expression hasn't changed this entire time. He's very cool, collected, though, despite it all.
He's in the zone.
Yeah, he really is.
He's ready to win this.
Feels like he's staring into the camera,
like
too, the whole time. It's crazy.
God, look at this just percentage tick up. It's just such a ridiculous build speed. Right clicks, not connecting yet. Prophet,
there's the dash.
Gets a couple hits in. Dragon Blade's out for both. And now it's anybody's game. Sparkle dashes in, gets the swipes through. Deflection going to be burned. Sparkle falling low, and Prophet is starting to come back into this one. 2 rounds in a row. Is just 1 away from tying up the series.
Yeah, he's playing safer now, it feels like. And, I mean, this could be the start of a big comeback here. Prophet had, he had some really impressive Genji games this season. You don't think of Prophet as a top Genji player compared to the other 3. They're a lot more famous than he is at the hero. But he is killing it right now and bringing it back here in this series.
Bring back. Shuriken's coming through. Sparkle with the lead, but actually Prophet taking it in the end. Pushes forward. Sparkle now going to be matching with the blade. Falls down to half HP. Prophet with a very nice lead thus far. The dash through is there, but Prophet has done 3 in a row to tie up this set. Let's see if he can just go 5 straight to take this series.
He did it again, that strat he did against Jinmu, where he waited for the dash to unlock the blade at the best possible range, basically, so that make sure that he gets the first swipe off. So then if you get the first swipe and the other Genji's just swiping too, you just win, right? As long as all the swipes connect.
Deflection already going to be used. That's dangerous here for Prophet. Dashes back, draws at the blade. You can see a sliver of HP remaining. He tries to get over to the Mega Pack. Does manage to pick that up. That could equalize things, though. Deflection now up. Pops it as he hits the ground. Sparkle matching, so the dash through comes in. And the blade is out for Prophet. He's now 4 rounds in a row. It is 1 away from becoming our Genji Skills Challenge champion.
Match point here. And, Sparkle still hasn't changed his expression. But in all seriousness, I mean, he's going to get this Mega Pack. He's going to lock that one down. He knows that Sparkle's going to get the blade first if he doesn't get it active, and he does.
Really close. Deflection used. Prophet, 60 HP, and Sparkle will take us to a final round. Round number 9 to decide who is going to be victorious. And Sparkle still just stony-faced, still hyper-focused in all of this.
I just want...
staring into the camera, staring into my soul.
I just want...
letting me know that he's got this.
I want a Prophet reaction GIF folder on my desktop.
Oh, you don't have one?
No, I need that.
I'm downloading his feed directly, and I'm just going to turn it into GIFs.
I need the GIFs of that every time I see like the top post of competitive or such competitive Overwatch. Just do that face of utter disbelief. All right, here we go. Blades first here for Prophet. He actually
Blades up from both. 68 HP. I think both of them saying, okay, you know what? Need to get health packs, but it's only going to be the midi available to Prophet. So Sparkle gets that Mega Pack, which means that Prophet's going to have to come up huge as far as the neutral farming. Deflection going to be used. The Dragon Blade is up. No HP here for Prophet, and with the dash through, that will just be it. Sparkle is victorious. He is our Genji Skills Challenge champion, taking it 5-4 over Prophet.
Very, very close. I mean, it looked like Prophet was going to take it back. 4 wins in a row, I believe it was, that he had on his way to match point. Just could not finish it off in the end, but pretty close, pretty close. I went into the match thinking oh, it's long range versus, more aggressive Sparkle. Didn't end up really playing out like that at all in practice. It was actually, they both basically did the same thing, and it was extremely close. And there you have it. Sparkle, man. New generation Genji. He's #1.
That he is. I really wish we actually had a camera feed from Sparkle, because anybody who's seen the highlights of him on stream knows how animated and insane he is. So seeing Prophet be this animated, and being surprised by that is great and all, but Sparkle, I can only imagine. I think he probably jumped on his bed and kicked his chair all over again after winning this one. But good for him. He is our a nice little challenge, our nice little champion, I should say, for the Genji Skills Challenge. Coming up next, we are going to be having our Ana Skills Challenge. So stay tuned, guys. That's going to be coming at you in just a few minutes.